SNL. Rapist?
No. That's Tobias. He will always be the best.
Kill out. When I first saw that joke, I left my ass. I'm like, and now but then when he like showed his spell, I was like, I'm like, that's so Tobias. And like,
yep.
And I'm
it
like,
is Tobias to a T.
And I really wasn't thinking like that until I saw. I was like, oh wow.
Like, oh.
But the funniest scene is probably when he comes as the Blue Man Group. He comes into the meeting. If you're feeling blue, join me. But he comes in actually blue.
Yeah, like I still think his funniest bit is, we're having a fire sale.
Yeah, fire. Yeah, fire sale.
Oh my God! There's a fire sale.
fire sale. Now when he comes in, because the meeting blue, and he's like, "Well, I feel like a fucking idiot." Blue.
Or when he takes off his pants to reveal his shorts. There are dozens of us. Dozens.
Of course, Job. Done being white, not easy being brown.
Franklin, the stupid ass puppet.
All over town.
Job is so damn racist in that show.
Why you say that?
Because every time he communicates with anyone that's not white, it's always a stereotype of some type.
Nah, but not, all the kind of racists could they all like first of all they don't understand Spanish. Mm-hmm. The whole Hermano thing.
Yeah. It's some guy called Hermano. And they brought the joke home later where she's like, oh, now she's hanging out with some guy called Tio.
Tio, yeah.
Why does every Spanish person have an Uncle Tio?
Tio.
So
okay, guys, I was just laughing about something we actually like.
I'll show you how it's done. Shazam!
How you doing, guys? Welcome back to our channel here at Underdeveloped, and today we got another movie review for you guys. We have a review to Ava DuVernay's Origin. Mm-hmm. DuVernay, she's a very she's a well-known director. She made Selma, which is much better than this film. She did Selma. She did Wrinkle in Time. She also directed this very, very good documentary called 13th. Okay, do you want to get into the plot?
Yes.
Well, that's a plot, like just to summarize it.
Yeah, because this movie doesn't really have much of a plot, but we'll get into that later.
So,
I know.
We know plotting. We just
I know.
Tell us about.
Just a general synopsis. This is the general synopsis. It's a story about how a real life book called Caste was written. It was about the story of how a real life book called Caste was written. It was the story of this woman, like this black woman who's a writer, and she's going through a lot of she's going through a lot of trauma because a lot of her family members keep dying around here, while she's trying to write something about the systemic oppression of basically everyone across the world, like black people in the United States, lower caste people, the untouchables, more specifically in India, also the Jews from Nazi Germany way back in the day. She's trying to write a whole big thing connecting these three main traumas up together. All these actual traumas around her are happening, and then of course the Trayvon Martin shooting happened at the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it sparked the whole point of writing the article because it started from the whole Trayvon Martin thing because she listened to the tapes of what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it all started right there, and it kind of spiraled in this much larger thing. She travels from country to country. She meets with people. She does her research. She learns a whole bunch of stuff. And she just keeps talking and talking and talking about all this stuff to different people, getting different insights and doing a whole lot of lecturing. And then at the very end, it all culminates to a big presentation, and her book releases, and that's it. That's the movie.
Yeah. All right, so let's just get into what we think about this movie. Probably her worst film I've seen. I didn't see Wrinkle in Time. I heard that wasn't that great. But of the films I've seen from her, the projects that I've seen from her, yeah, this one.
Yeah. I really wasn't crazy about this one. It didn't really have much of a plot. at all.
This movie feels like a documentary. She might as well made this a documentary.
It would have been better if she made a documentary.
Yeah. There's actually many stories in here because she cut some of the text that she paraphrased and stuff like that is from like these researchers from back in the days. These black researchers, they go to Nazi Germany around the time Hitler's regime, kicked in. Like to me, and then they go to the South and you have to face racism. You know what I mean?
And they study racism. They
study racism, so they pretend to be like the average black guy from there, and they ally with this white family that's over there too. You know what I mean? So it's like
If anything, this movie didn't get me interested in the movie itself, but got me interested reading all the different books that came out of this.
And in his other story, played with Finn Wittrock, right? He was like, in a relationship with this Jewish woman back in Nazi Germany, you know what I mean? So that, around the time Hitler's regime took over and he started burning books and all that shit.
And it's like even more interesting because he started off as a member of the Nazi party,
but
and
he was like,
at
least
this change. Yeah. If anything, I feel like both this and the other story with the two research couples, I think those would be way better movies.
Way better stories because first though, I get stuff like this happen, like stuff like this is real. So this is not like she made this up, but it's like
she definitely did.
She didn't even bother making any connections. Like, what the hell is the significant? First off, these people just die randomly in her life, from her mother to her husband to her sister. Is like, is this some like curse of the Lee family? Is it, like, what the hell is going on here? Like, some plague going on?
I get it. It's
they
more
don't
like
explain what the hell she really has.
Yeah.
How the hell is Sister Anna mother dying? They're like, come on, like, and it really does nothing other than make her depressed about the movie.
What I'm really confused is
it doesn't contribute anything to what she's doing.
What I'm really confused is how the hell did John Bernthal even die? That's what I'm confused
I don't know.
about.
You just saw him collide. He's like a young, healthy dude.
Yeah,
he seems fine. No, we didn't explain what the hell happened to him.
Never got explained. But we keep getting random flashbacks to him that add nothing to the movie. But never.
Things in the movie happens and there's no explanation.
Yeah.
This is not a movie. This is a documentary that's pretending to be a movie.
Yeah, which again, what makes a documentary better for being a documentary is that
informational. Like this.
When you're going to documentary, you're not going for a story. You're going for information. Here, for a movie, you're going for a story. You're here for, like, you want to go through emotional core. You want to see character growth. You want to see things happen. And that doesn't really happen in this movie at all.
Hey, I'm not the biggest fan of, like, these black movies, like, because everything is about systemic racism. Everything's about systemic racism, slavery, all that stuff. But even movies like 12 Years a Slave and some of what she's done was better because it had an emotional core.
Yeah, those had actual stories of actual characters.
Exactly. This really doesn't. Performances there are good, but what's the point if there's nothing? It's not attributing to anything.
Yeah,
it's not contributing to anything.
Well, those other movies do a good job in actually like painting a story, unraveling around you. This one just has a character just needlessly. This movie is
lecturing to the audience for like 2 hours,
2.5 hours almost. It's like a 2 hour 20-minute movie.
Thus, very, very informative and well put together. But at the end of the day, it's nothing groundbreaking. They're treating it like they're finding out the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah, but a lot of what she's saying is like very obvious stuff that you didn't
very obvious shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, America is a caste system. No shit, Sherlock. There's a connection between not this dumbass Jewish lady, like trying to say, oh yeah, there's not the same thing. What the fuck are you talking about? I hate that whole thing about don't compare apples and oranges because we could really go there, and you don't want to go there. You know what I mean? Like so let's not even go there. Yeah. And first, this is a dumb argument. What's the point of comparing traumas? Yeah. It's still trauma.
Oh, boo-hoo, I'm the bigger victim. Come on, doesn't matter.
What the fuck are you really talking about here?
Yeah, but that's not really important.
And that's not even the point. It's dumb because there is a connection between the Holocaust and fucking slavery because the Germans took from America's playbook.
Yeah. And that was easily available knowledge that she should have known already.
It's available knowledge, so she's not saying anything like people are missing. Yeah. People know this stuff. People who bother to understand this stuff knows this stuff. Like my dad told me since I was a kid. Racism is not really real, right? It's all about money. It's all about when it comes down to
it. And this movie doesn't really talk into those socioeconomic or even the religious factors that play into stuff like this.
From King George and shit telling you how to break the black people down systemically is to make them feel like they're inferior. They're really not.
Yeah.
They know that. It's all bullshit. It's all mental warfare. We all know that. It's not uncommon knowledge. It's nothing groundbreaking. You're not discovering who the Zodiac Killer is. You're not finding the missing body of Jimmy Hoffa. You're not unlocking any huge mysteries here.
Yeah.
and they treat her like she's breaking some groundbreaking level stuff, and it's like,
it's like everyone around her talks to her like she's saying the most insightful shit ever. I'm like, no, what she's saying is just plainly, obviously the truth.
And that's why it makes it feels like an after school special, because it feels like, because the information is given to us is so fucking like, yeah, no shit. I feel like now she's just informing the audience and preaching to the audience, like, hey guys, you see this? Mm-hmm. See, you dumbasses, this is what really is the situation.
I know, it's like this movie is made to be presented to children or space aliens or something.
Yes, this made a movie for children. Honestly, that's trying to inform children. Then this movie makes sense.
Yeah,
like I could see from a pre-production standpoint, like from like development stages, how this could feel like a good idea. But execution was really mishandled.
Yeah, and the pacing was all over the place.
The pacing, what pacing? No pace. This movie has no pace.
Not really.
So yeah, this my score for this movie is a. You have more to say?
Not really. I think we got the brunt of it out of our systems.
Yeah. This movie, my score for this movie. I'm sorry, dudes. I'm sorry. Please don't come for me. I'm black, so just come for him. 45. Yeah.
I was gonna give it a 50. I think 50 right down the middle is like perfectly fair for it.
45. That's how I feel. I mean, 45, 50 is pretty close to the same score. So.
Yeah, it's really not that big of a difference. Barely a difference, really.
45. Yeah, that's how I feel. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Yeah, this movie was not particularly good. I can't say I really recommend it to anybody.
But of
really.
course, it gets good reviews because, hey, if we talk about this in negative light, we come up as racist because most of the publications are white.
Yeah, because how dare you have a nuanced opinion
on the subject?
With
Black Panther and Get Out. Super ridiculous high scores. Get Out is a 97% movie. It's barely a 90% movie at that. I'll Get Out maybe 83.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe an 80. Maybe even 79, if I'm being honest. Mm-hmm. Black Panther, I'll give it like a low 80s, like 84. Mm-hmm. Maybe 85 if I'm being nice about it.
Yeah.
But 99? Fuck off.
Yeah. Those aren't the best movies ever, but at least they're still competently made movies. They tell stories.
It's about telling stories and entertaining.
Yeah, and this is movie
just because you're like the first black superhero movie and is significant culturally doesn't mean you just suck its cock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just because they don't want to appear racist.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's all we really have to say about this movie. It's not really worth our time to say anything else, to think of anything else to
For me,
say.
isn't that worth the time? I'm not going to disrespect it, but like, I'm not going to say, there's nothing else to add.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's as simple as that, folks. Please, if you've seen this movie, let us know what you thought about it down below. Do you think it's as shallow as we do, or do you think there's something that we missed? Please let us know down below. Hit that like, subscribe button, and we'll see you all next time for the next movie review or other video.
Anyway, it's a party, and I want the whole family there.
We're having a party?
No. Well, I'm sorry if I don't want you doing one of your stupid puppet shows.
I did that once, Mom. And a lot of people thought it was pretty cool.
In an effort to hip up his act, Job had briefly introduced a puppet.
Can I tell you something, my man?
Sure, Franklin.
You are one cool... Speaking of mothers, let me give that oatmeal some brown sugar.
My wife, you bastard!
Oh, man, what's the matter
Franklin,